Okay, co-angle, video number 3, etiquette for a co-angler. Some people out there are very selfish and self-centered and only care about themselves. So it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, but as a general rule, there is an unwritten etiquette way you should be in the back of a boat and to the boaters and to everybody around you at a tournament. And some people need to be kind of guided through this system. So first off, attitude. Just try to keep a positive attitude regardless of what's going on. You may have good days, you may have bad days, you may not get along with your boater, you may not agree with what they do or their motive or why they're there at that tournament, and it may handicap you, it may not, but just try to keep a good attitude throughout the day and just try to make the best of every situation. Keep your head up and go through the day. The worst thing you could do is get upset and get flustered at something you can't control. So just keep a positive attitude and you'll have a better tournament. Another thing is language. What you say during the day can affect people and you may not think it. Keep in mind that people have different ideas and beliefs than maybe you, so find out who you're fishing with. Some people don't cuss, some people are very religious, use your imagination. You can figure out the situation and just adjust your language appropriately and just have a good day. Respect, that goes right along with respect, and respect them as a person. You should both respect each other, but make sure you respect that boater, not only as a person but his personal property. That boat is his boat. Don't treat it like you don't care. One thing is, if you have sunflower seeds, don't spit them in the boat. Bait dye, I've got a bit of video to help you out with that. Smoking. If you're a smoker, ask the boater if he minds if you smoke in his boat. If he doesn't care, then fine. Don't ash in the boat. Make sure your ashes are outside of the boat. Make sure you don't drop it and burn the carpet or whatever. But anyway, ask the boater if it's okay if you smoke. I heard somebody say that a co-angler once ate their ham sandwich. Don't eat your boater's ham sandwich. Don't drink their drinks. Don't just seriously, don't do that. That's kind of shady. I mean, if you did that to me, I would throw you out of the boat. I would forfeit that tournament just to make you aware that that's not cool, and you'd have to find a new ride back to the ramp. Yeah, another thing is, if you, at the weigh-in, be mindful of what you're jumping out of the boat in. If it's trailer weigh-in, you don't have to worry about it. But if you pull up on the bank and there's a bunch of mud, be aware of the mud on your shoes and the mud on and getting mud on the carpet of that boat. Just be aware of that. One big deal is casting. Okay, and I know there is a thin line between I'm in a tournament too, I'm trying to cash a check, you don't own the water. So when you're in that boat, I try to use a parallel rule. If he's fishing straight out the boat, I will fish straight out the boat or behind. If he's fishing at an angle in front of the boat, I will match his angle. I won't cross his lines, but I'll match his angle. I'll never cast in front of him unless he is paralleling the bank and he says, go ahead and cast up here and we'll parallel. When it comes to be a sticky situation is when he wants to parallel the bank, be right on the bank, cast straight in front of the boat, and he doesn't want you to. I don't know if I could sit there and be okay with that. We'd probably have a discussion, because I feel like that would be handicapping me from fishing. So that's going to be a sticky subject. Plus, when you come into the back of a cove and you can reach the other side, but you know he's going to fish that. I had a situation last year where this guy was very, very, very thorough. He picked apart everything. Now that is not back boating. That is just being very thorough, slow and thorough. I could have reached the other side of the bank, but I didn't. And I'm still wondering if I should have. He ended up only catching one fish. I blanked that tournament. We just were not on the fish. But my thought process comes into the fact where he is going to fish that. I know he's going to fish that. If I was a boater, I would not want my co-angler casting over there. Where it becomes the line is, I believe, if he puts his power poles or talons down and he is stationary, it almost makes me feel like I am allowed to cast over there. If he is moving and continues to move, then I am not. I'm just going to continue to fish. And I don't know. In that situation, I did not cast over there, and it could have cost me a fish. Who knows? But neither of us really caught him. So beyond that, just be respectful. And when it comes to the casting, and don't cast in front of your boater. It's kind of shady, and just don't do it. So also, I mean, the last real deal is spot stealing. Don't go and you're not allowed to record those spots with your phones or anything else. But you know, you have eyes, you can remember where that spot is. Don't go steal their spots. You need to, as a co-angler, you're learning that lake, you're learning the nuances of the water, how the fish bite, where they stage up, but you don't have to go to that exact same spot. You don't tell your other boater buddy, hey, this is where we caught them, or whatever. I mean, yeah, 2 years down the road, that guy's not fishing and you're a boater, or your buddy asks you and say, hey, yeah, we did well there, but I mean, come on, don't steal their spots. It's not cool. So that's basic etiquette, unwritten rules that you should probably follow. You may agree or may not agree. It is what it is, and we'll agree to disagree, but that is how I try to follow. That's how I try to go into each tournament, is kind of respect and paying attention to who I'm with and the casting and whatever. So I hope you liked the video. Appreciate it. I love being a co-angler. It's fun, and I can't wait for the season to start. So if you like it, share, subscribe, and we'll see you out there.